And let's first welcome the Zhou Dynasty from 1046 to 256 BCE. So the Zhou Dynasty is actually the longest dynasty in our Chinese history. Also the first imperial dynasty. Zhou Tianzi is one of the most famous emperor from the Zhou Dynasty with the beautiful empress. We all know the famous god of teacher Confucius, right? He is from the Zhou Dynasty. And it's not easy, you have 800 years of history. And followed by the Zhou Dynasty, that's going to the famous Qing Dynasty. And guess what? Qing only lasts for 15 years, from 221 to 206 BC. But the famous emperor, Qin Shi Huang, that's the dynasty. We all know the famous Great Wall. It's been built by his owner. So that's when we start build the Great Wall, even though the Qing only lasts for the 15 years, but we spent more than 100 years to build the Great Wall with the beautiful emperors from the Qing. The other famous thing in Qing Dynasty is the terracotta. So when Qin Shi Huang passed away, he ordered people to build 8,000 terracotta to bear with him. And then, you know what, 1974, that's when we dig out all the terracotta and we found that out. And all 8,000 of them all had different face expression. Quite scary, huh? And now, ladies and gentlemen, followed by the Qing Dynasty, we are going to the second largest and longest dynasty, the Han Dynasty. From 206 BC to 228, Han lasts for 405 years long, went through 29 emperors, and the most famous emperor from the Han is Han Wudi. He's strong, he's buff, and he's not nice. He's really mean. He built a very strong army. The strongest time during his age. So Han Dynasty also considered the golden age in our Chinese history. Nowadays, Chinese people call ourselves the Han people. The language we talk, we speak, it's a Han language. The character we write is also Han character. And we all know the paper making, right? Origami? Yeah, you fold the little paper? Yes, it's from the Han Dynasty. And that's all Han Wudi. Alright, followed by the Han. Let's go into another short dynasty in our history, but it's pretty rich. Let's welcome the Sui Dynasty. The most famous is Sui Yangdi, Yang Guang. Even though the Sui only lasts for 38 years, but Sui is also one of the most rich dynasty in our history. I don't know how they did it, but 30 years, they become one of the most rich ones. Sui only have the 3 emperors, but they did a great job. And all the emperors have a lot of concubines, right? Our beautiful Sui lady. The words of the Sui means follow, also imply to royalty. You see how rich they are? On the outfit, on the garment, they have the gold embroidery. Now you know how rich they are. Here's our Sui Dynasty, Sui Yangdi Yang Guang with our Sui lady. And now, let's go into, yes, it's the second longest and one of my favorite dynasty. Famous Tang Dynasty. A lot of people call it Tang Dynasty too. It actually is Tang Dynasty. From 618 to 907, most popular emperor, Tang Minghuang, also called Tang Xuanzong. He asked me earlier, what's the order? So Tang has 21 emperor. He's number 7. Tang Dynasty, it's also the only dynasty that we have female emperor. Wow, but you know what? It's not her. She's the famous, one of the beauty from four beauties from Chinese history, Yang Guifei, Lady Yang. And then I want to show you why. What's the reason? So Yang Guifei, Lady Yang actually served 3 emperors. I know, right? Yeah, she's pretty, and that's the reason why. And she is also Tao Minghua's most famous concubines. Here goes our Tao Minghua, Yang Guifei, our beautiful Tang Dynasty. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that steps into the Song Dynasty from 960 to 1279 AD. I always say the Song Dynasty is the most sought dynasty. People are well educated, they sing, they love to dance. They are the dynasty, I think, with the less fight. They don't have the strong army troop, but they all sing very well and dance very well. So for Song Dynasty, it lasts for 319 years long with 18 emperors. Not just the song, we have the beautiful song ladies. We also have the gentlemen can do the martial arts and can dance and can sing. I'm not sure how many of you know the ancient Chinese lady we bind our feet. That is from the Song Dynasty. So the little girl, before they become teenager, the parents will bind their feet, prevent from growth. After they bind their feet, only grow into 3-inch big. That's try to represent the symbol of the beauty, also the high status. It's quite sad, but that's the culture. So all the dynasty after the Song Dynasty, lady all had to bind their feet. My grandma, if you look at the picture of her, her feet is binded. Quite scary. And Song Dynasty. Now, that's going to another famous Ming Dynasty. From 1368 to 1644, Ming Dynasty lasts for 276 years long, went through 16 emperors and 12 generations. And that's a part I like for the Ming most famous. It's one of the officer, also maybe you call it security at this time, it's Jing Yi Wei. Their job is to protect the royal family and the country. Now we all know the famous Forbidden City in Beijing, right? Nowadays when you look at the movie, you all filmed it over the Forbidden City. So the Forbidden City is actually built, start from the Ming Dynasty. Another great location, a beautiful garden called Yuanmingyuan, also built in Ming Dynasty, but was got destroyed by an outsider during 18th century. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go into our last imperial dynasty, Qing Dynasty. From 1644 to 1912, just literally more than 100 years ago, Qing Dynasty was the last imperial dynasty. So Qing Dynasty, also known as Manchu Dynasty, so the Qing people, it's actually Mongolian. With that said, means they are not the Han people. They are minority. So they hunt, they ride the horses, they cannot buy their feet, right? So they are smart. During the Qing Dynasty, they create a special platform shoes called flower bowl. Look at the shoes. So they make that raised up form in the middle part and raised up about 6-inch high. Looks just like they bind their feet. But otherwise, the Qing ladies, they don't bind their feet. But now they look like they bind their feet, right? Not beautiful? And my most favorite empress, Zhou Dynasty. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after our beautiful Qing Dynasty, we are going to show everybody our beautiful ancient wedding style. Let's welcome our wedding couple. I have my groom here. Red represent luck. So for Lunar New Year, we give away the lucky red envelope. It's red, right? So everything we want to be for good luck, we use red. And on the outfit, you can see that's a dragon embroidery up there. And he's very happy. Guess what? Guess what? He's getting married. Right? Let's welcome our beautiful bride. All right. The headpiece that our bride wears is called 凤冠纱. It weighs a lot. It's quite heavy. And the jewelry we use is pearl. Because way back at that time, pearl is the most expensive jewelry. I think he's about to propose. Let's see. And guess what? We do have flower bouquet too, and they have to be the red color. Alright! Woo! So the flower bouquet to the Asian wedding, we do toss it, but we don't toss it in the wedding. The rich family, the wealthy family, they will host an event and have the non-married lady toss a bouquet to find a husband. So they don't meet each other until the wedding day. And that's what happened to my great-grandparents. They never see each other though. And but guess what? They're still happy with each other. Otherwise, I won't be here today, right? Yeah? I guess that does work. Speaking of luck, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the God of Fortune. We all know the famous God of Fortune. We always want to see him and meet him. Rub on his tummy, rub on the golden ingot, it will bring more money to you, right? Yeah? And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome all of the Emperor and Empress. In Dynasty, right? Today is your chance. You get a chance to take a picture with them and talk to them. Even though they are from the ancient time, but they all got training very well, they can speak English to you. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, our Zhou Dynasty. And our Qing Dynasty. And our Han Dynasty. Zhou Dynasty, Tong Dynasty, Zhou Dynasty, Ming Dynasty, Qing Dynasty, and our wedding couple. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, God of Fortune. You know what? Now I can tell who we like the most. I'm just kidding. All right, join our